Welcome everybody to the Denver Broncos franchise on Madden 20. And welcome to the land of 10,000 lakes where the Minnesota Vikings host our Denver Broncos, with both teams entering with identical 7-4 records. This is a really good matchup, and the Broncos are coming off a big win against the Dolphins and MrHurriicane last week. And now today, everybody, we're playing against Brandon Warren, the young franchise quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, who was the Rookie of the Year last season. He made it to the Pro Bowl after being selected in the second round. I was a bit surprised he lasted that long in the draft, but those of you that have watched the Kalispell Dynasty realize the legacy that Brandon Warren left behind in that series. In his 4 years as a starter, the Warhawks won the Rose Bowl, and then 3 consecutive national championships. And Brandon Warren closed his career with one of his most dominant performances against the Clemson Tigers, a 7-touchdown performance on his way to becoming national championship MVP. From there, I always thought that Warren would become a first-round pick, but he slid a little bit in the draft. We actually had a chance to select him, and I passed. Warren is now quarterbacking the Vikings. They're having the most success they've had in the series, and now we are facing one of the greatest channel icons ever for the first time head-to-head. It's a big moment here on the channel, and it's one I've been excited for. Now, I have offered another contract to Stephon Charles this week, and he declined this offer as well. I'm also wondering, should we sign Lindsey Muldrow to this 2-year, $10 million contract? I'm considering it. Do you think it would be a good deal to re-sign him? The Broncos are trying to navigate their way through this competitive AFC conference. They've won 2 games in a row. Now can they handle the Minnesota Vikings, who will get the football first? We're underway in Week 13, and we'll see Brandon Warren here in just a minute as Adam Humphries takes a knee. The Vikings are currently first place in the NFC North, and Brandon Warren's enjoying a very successful second year. 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and of course his top 2 wideouts are Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. Opening on first down, and right away, Boogie Turner brings down Warren. It's a Kalispell reunion. These two were teammates at Kalispell, and Turner wastes no time reuniting with his former teammates. Second down for Brandon Warren. Vikings need 13. Deep ball. Diggs can't make the catch. We've talked a lot about this secondary lately. This is their toughest test since the addition of Slay. 3rd and 13. Warren's got time. Takes another shot down the field, and it's broken up by Darnell Savage. This one intended for Adam Humphries. So we do see some aggressiveness from Brandon Warren to start out, but no points for Minnesota. Good field position here for Denver as they get underway, and no gain here for Donovan Jennings. Second down for the Broncos. 4 on the rush. Time for Leighton, and he connects on the outside. A first down for DeAndre Hopkins, gain of 17. Hopkins now less than 150 yards away from 1,000. More time for Leighton at the sideline. What a grab by Noah Fant. Made sure he got his feet down as he picks up 21. Denver at the 22. This is Leighton keeping, but no room, and he'll slide for no gain. Here is a look at the Minnesota defense. Anthony Barr is now a full-time edge rusher opposite Danielle Hunter. The Vikings also have Tremaine Atkins. They acquired him from Denver in a trade. Kerry Rose is a star at linebacker, and this secondary doesn't have a standout player any longer. On second down, inside with running room, it's Marion Peppers inside the 15, a gain of 12. Denver set up 1st and goal. It's Jennings right up the middle, touchdown, Denver! Number 4 for Jennings. And the Broncos, who don't have many rushing touchdowns on the year, get one to start their day. Very good opening to this game for the Broncos. Now Minnesota's second drive underway, and running is Rashad Penny, but a flag on the play. Minnesota backed up again, now a 1st and 18. Fake this time. Warren all day. Downfield and caught. Stephon Diggs right at the sticks. Maybe a yard shy. Under center. Warren on second down. Hands this one to Rashad Penny, the former first-round pick of the Seattle Seahawks. Gain of 6. Out of the bunch this time. Throwing on first down. Caught by Irv Smith with running room. And that's another first down for Minnesota as they get across midfield. Out of the eye, a new running back in the game, Robert Carroll, who stopped by Jamari Akinjide. These two played against one another in the most recent national title game. This is Penny on third down. He'll be very close. Jack was there, but first down Vikings. Warren got a defender to jump there. Didn't snap it in time, and this time Penny's brought down for a loss by Webster. Minnesota really trying to establish this run. Now some play action off of it, and Warren's intercepted! Picked by Christian Baxter, and Denver will take over! Warren just forced this one into coverage. And this may be a reason why he slid out of the first round of the draft. He did have a lot of interceptions at Kalispell and throws a big one here. Denver football. On the rollout, Leighton fires a strike. It's Hopkins into Viking territory. First down, Denver. Leighton's big season continues. 20 touchdowns on the year. Inside give now. Another good run for Marion Peppers, who's up to the Viking 33. Samuel slot right. Minnesota brings 4. Leighton out of the pocket. Floats downfield. What a catch made by Marion Peppers! On the wheel route, Leighton just gives him a chance, and the Broncos are back inside the 10. Play fake. Rolling is Leighton. Now he's chased and brought down by Cody Barton. Ran out of room there in a hurry. Not a huge loss, though, at the 13. Leighton heads to the air. Outside the pocket again, gets some running room. At the 5, he's met by Mike Hughes and stopped there. One more shot for Denver. Isolating Hopkins left. Third down. Leighton throwing for Hopkins, and it's nearly intercepted. That was a bit underthrown. Still, Denver gets points off the turnover. It's 10-0. What does Brandon Warren do here with the Vikings in an early hole? First quarter winding down. Another run for Penny. Brought down by Boogie Turner. Minnesota, still with Coach Mike Zimmer, really wants to establish this ground game. On third down, Warren checks it down, and this will not get it done. Complete to Tevin Coleman. Denver off to a very good start here on the road, and they will get back to their running game. It's Peppers. So far, those inside zones have been very successful. Jennings into the ball game now. He gets a handoff, cuts off right tackle, and picks up the first. It's 9 more. Gotta love what this offense is doing so far. It's Leighton keeping now. Plenty of daylight in Viking territory. He slides at the 42. Leighton, Peppers, and Jennings all have over 20 yards rushing to this point. Play action now. On the rollout, wide open, Josh Oliver. This is a really fun start for this Denver offense. They have a plan. It's being executed to perfection. Leighton, a quick strike for Fant, who makes the grab at the 5. Denver knocking on the door again. Devontae Freeman checks in. He gets the handoff, and Bohr hits him into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And just like that, the Broncos, behind a dominant start, will go up 17-0. We've wanted to see this team play at a higher level. They are showing it here. What a hit from Jack. No chance there for Tevin Coleman. Minnesota coming out very flat today. They'll try another run. Some room this time for Rashad Penny. So we're going to see 3 backs here in Minnesota. No one's been all that successful yet. Third down. Brought down for the loss. There's Akinjide. He stops Penny. It's 4th down. I'm a little surprised they've already taken the game out of Warren's hands a little bit, really trying to run the football. But Denver takes over. There's a quick strike for Centarius Phillips. Third down for Leighton, trying to move the sticks, and the pass is broken up. That's Kerry Rose laying the hit on DeAndre Hopkins. That's a big stop for this Viking defense. But what will they do now with the football? Warren throws quick, and that's complete to Adam Humphries, who is still down after the hit. Out of the eye, deep back, Robert Carroll. Room to the right side, spins at the 40 and picks up 5 more. 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Denver does have an extra man in the box, but a decent run here for Rashad Penny, and it's close to another Viking first down. They open things up now on 3rd and 1. Running again, first down, Tevin Coleman. I think that's where Mike Zimmer wants his team to be successful. You just have to keep running the football. They try it again, and Penny's thrown down by Jack. This has happened in Minnesota far too often. Negative plays on first down. They still run on 2nd and long. It'll be 3rd down upcoming. Feels like we haven't seen Warren pass the ball much since that interception. On 3rd and 8, Warren for Irv Smith, and that's a first down for Minnesota. 9th pass attempt for Warren. Currently, Penny has more carries than Warren does attempts. Off the fake now, Warren knocked down. Well covered by Miles Jack. That intended for Adam Thielen. A little over 2 minutes to go in the half, and across the middle again, Warren connects. It's Thielen. Vikings up to the 26. They really got to get on the scoreboard here. At the 26, Warren another quick strike, finding a rhythm here, and that's caught by Terrell Cochran. Empty backfield now. Warren again throws quick. This one caught by Emmanuel Silvers. He's spreading the football around, getting the Vikings inside the 15. Warren with time, throwing again for Thielen. Caught inside the 5. Great grab against Charles, and it's goal to go Minnesota. They'll run this one. Robert Carroll right there, and stop shy. Did not break the plane. 2nd down, Carroll the back. Toss out to the rookie, out to the edge, and brought down by Darnell Savage. They'll get one more shot. 3 receivers all to the right. Warren throwing quickly and getting rid of it out the back of the end zone. Minnesota can't score from the 1. They do get 3, but they're still down 2 touchdowns. There's a bit of time, too, for the Broncos, but Leighton is wrapped up and sacked. I think that's going to do it here in the first half. A good half of football for Denver. They've certainly made it tough on this Viking offense. And Minnesota has to decide, are they going to really stick to this ground game, or do they put more trust in Brandon Warren? Kansas City was the last team to defeat us. And since then, they've lost 2, and now we're in a close game against the Lions. That is a key game that we will want to see the result of later on. Into the second half, though, Denver up 14, and Leighton starts with a pass outside. It's Curtis Samuel on the catch, and a Denver first down. Leighton throwing the ball pretty well. They've mixed in a lot of creative run designs. Now some pressure on take 1. Leighton, he is intercepted by Kerry Rose. Minnesota gets the turnover, and here's a great chance to make this a game. Leighton saw the blitzer and just kind of panicked there. Rose was right in front of Samuel the entire way. Great chance now for Minnesota as they take over. A run and a decent pickup for Rashad Penny. Empty backfield now. It's Warren on 3rd and 7. Brandon Warren fires for Irv Smith. That should be a first down. And now Minnesota is ruled short. They did not give any forward progress there to Smith. That's another call going Denver's way. There was the Hopkins touchdown last week. So just 3 more on the board for Minnesota, but they do make it closer. And now Taquan Leighton, after his 7th pick of the year, hands it to Peppers, and he rips off a 17-yard run immediately. This ground game for Denver's playing really well. On first down, Leighton's got time, and wide open, it's DeAndre Hopkins. That'll go for a Denver first down. Peppers the back, and he motions out. Out in space, a little screen pass, and a first down pickup. We're definitely seeing this offense add some new ideas each week. Good to see them working out. Now it's Jennings, a little redirection, and some powerful running inside. He's up to the 19. Denver back in the red zone, and Leighton on second down just drops it off to the wide open Donovan Jennings, and Denver's up to the 10 once more. Denver back in the red zone trying to extend this lead. Play action for Taquan Leighton. Outside the numbers, fires to the end zone! Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his 10th of the season, and Denver's up over Minnesota now 18 points. We didn't see dominant wins against some teams we expected, but it looks like this team is still finding ways to get better. Warren checks it down to Irv Smith, not much there. The coverage has been so much better for this defense. Warren's tested them a few times, but overall does not seem comfortable, and he's sacked by Eric Palmer now. That's 5 for Palmer in his rookie season, and a long third down for Minnesota. They'll just throw the screen. Tevin Coleman runs out of room and is stopped by Darius Slay. Denver gets it back here in the third quarter. 3 wide, first down. Maybe we see a bit more of the running game, but not here. On the outside, caught by Phillips in front of Mike Hughes. After a gain of 9. Now Leighton running out to his left, flips it out to Peppers, and he's got the first down. We've seen more play action today. Now they get the option involved. Now we got some motion. Leighton in some trouble and just dumps it off to Peppers, and he's gonna pick up something with it. 5 yards on a play that could have been a whole lot worse. Now it's option time. Leighton cuts outside and heads out of bounds, a yard shy of the sticks. Now Donovan Jennings checks in. Carries on third down, picks up the first. Denver back in Minnesota territory. New set of downs, 2 tight ends in the game, and we get more play action. Leighton wide open! Josh Oliver inside the 25, and this goes for 22 yards. Minnesota just has no clue what to do defensively. Peppers tries to cut outside, and the Vikings finally make a play. Denver in field goal range, trying to extend this drive. It's 3rd and 6. Leighton doesn't like what he sees, takes off with it, now fires out of bounds, and I think he passed the line of scrimmage. There's a break for Minnesota, but still more points on the board for Denver. Now a 3-touchdown game as we've made it to the 4th quarter, and the Vikings have not done much on offense. That's knocked down, intended for Diggs. The coverage is just so good. On third down, Warren needs 10. Pressure's on, and he gets the deep ball off for Diggs, and it's broken up. Darnell Savage on the coverage, and the Broncos can decline the holding penalty. Minnesota has no choice but to go for it at this point. 4th and 10 for Brandon Warren. Again heaving downfield, and Diggs brings it down. Vikings get the big play at last. That's the first time they've tested this secondary deep and had it pay off. At the 49, Warren completes. And that's caught by Silvers at the 38. Minnesota really needs this drive to count. On first down, plenty of time. Warren on target for Stephon Diggs. And he's up to the 23-yard line. Minnesota finally driving again. On first down, caught by Coleman. Vikings move the chains again. Now have to capitalize here in the red zone. Inside the 10. Warren's got time to throw. Finally throws to the end zone, and he's intercepted! It's Damian Charles! Number 2 on the season, and Minnesota is denied again. Warren forced it for Irv Smith. And now, Denver takes over at the 1. One receiver in the pattern. They run it with Jennings and get a little more breathing room. 2 tight ends on the field now. And Leighton looking to throw. Pressure's on the way. He gets the deep ball off, and it's intercepted by Mike Hughes. And that's against DeAndre Hopkins. So Minnesota still not completely out of it. That's a big takeaway. 8 and change to go. Still down 21. Warren on target inside the 30. And it is Irv Smith, who's been his favorite target outside of Diggs. 8 minutes to go. Coleman inside. Up near the 20. Stopped by Jack. Here's the empty look for Minnesota. And Warren throws quick. Irv Smith makes sure he gets that first down yardage. Warren now at 197 passing yards as he hands it. Spinning ahead, Rashad Penny. 3 more. Bunch formation on 3rd down. Warren's got the time. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. This time Warren does find Irv Smith. It's a 2-score game. Under 6 minutes to go in Minneapolis, and Denver takes over. They'll run this, and running room there for Donovan Jennings. Up across the 40, now over 60 yards rushing. Approaching the 5-minute mark, and this time stuffed. Nowhere to go for Jennings. 2 tight ends to the right side. They'll try Jennings again. Hit down on first contact. Big chance for Minnesota here. Inside 4 minutes, can they get the stop? On 3rd down, Leighton fires to an open man, caught by Hakeem Butler. And Denver is not done. Now at the 44 of Minnesota, we've hit the 3-minute mark. Leighton's going to keep this one. He's hit, and the ball comes out. It's scooped up, and Minnesota has it. Inside the 20, Hopkins chasing, and the touchdown is saved. Here come the Vikings. Denver went with read option here, and this is the look they like to run it from. But Tremaine Atkins splits a double team to meet Leighton before he ever expected contact. Minnesota at the 2, and diving in for the touchdown is Rashad Penny. It's a 1-score game. Suddenly, Minnesota only needs 1 more chance. We have under 3 minutes to go. Can Denver put this game away? Jennings is stuffed again. 3rd straight time they've done that to Donovan Jennings. Last play before the warning. Jennings again, just nowhere to go. Minnesota's run defense stepping up at the right time. Minnesota trying to get the football back for Brandon Warren. On 3rd and 11, Leighton throwing deep, and he connects with Curtis Samuel. First down, Broncos. That was a close one. Minnesota now has to use timeouts as Jennings finally gets some running room, and he's inside the 30. Not much of a chance now for Minnesota. Denver just needs to finish this drive, and Barr tries to rip the football out, but Jennings covers it up. No timeouts left for Minnesota. A first down ends the game, but Jennings is stopped for no gain here. Peppers into the game on 3rd and 13. He'll get this carry. There's room inside, and Peppers is so close to the marker. And they can run this clock down quite a bit. This to essentially end the game. 35 yards, McManus. And the kick is good. Denver up 10, and that should do it for this game. Only 9 seconds left for Minnesota. Not enough time for Brandon Warren. He just heaves it. And Thielen almost catches the rebound. There are 4 seconds left. One more play for Minnesota, and they'll just hand it off. That's how this one's going to end. Broncos win again and improve to 8-4. But things got very interesting here in the final minutes. I thought we played a really good game today. The offense was creative as they've been all season. I really liked mixing in all the play actions we had that were extremely successful. And we were able to contain Diggs and Thielen. This was the big test for Darius Slay and Damian Charles, and they were up for it. After a while, I did have Slay shadow Diggs, but he still got isolated against safeties because we ran a lot of cover 2 and switched up our coverages a lot. But when Warren tried to go deep, it did not work. We have really improved this pass defense since the addition of Slay. Now, turnovers late in the game gave Minnesota a chance. Here, I just wanted to throw it deep for Hopkins. It's basically an arm punt here. I'm not really worried about that one. It was single coverage. Safety was late getting over. We had the advantage there. And then on the read option, I only run it now when we have like 2 deep safeties for the defense. And that time, a split double team led to a fumble. I mean, that's the first time I've seen that, I think, ever running the read option with this team. So, I don't have a problem with those decisions. Just got unlucky with the results. I would do those again. Throwing it up to Hopkins has succeeded more than it's failed, and the read option, since now I only call it against like split safety defenses, we're finally able to have some success with that as well, and we did multiple times in this game. But now 8 wins on the season for Denver. I feel the offense continues to get better. I mean, I just basically go into each play now with like 2 ideas. I call a passing play and I audible to inside zone if I don't like the look. And I call some play action, see if I like the look, if not, audible out of it. And it kept looking like Minnesota was a step behind us most of the game. Adam Kane, by the way, could not help the Bills in his second start. He threw a couple more interceptions. And we look ahead. Final 4 games now, the last quarter of the season, and we take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is where I think I have to be a little more careful as far as the offense goes, because the Steelers are back to being a defensive team again. They had a lot of fun with their great offense for a while, but this is a defensive football team once more. They also have a great running game with James Conner. They have Juju Smith-Schuster. But we got to see our defense, or our offense rather, do well against this kind of competition. TJ Watt, Devin Bush, Luke Dunn, Byron Jones, Pearson Northcutt. It's one of the most talented defenses in the league. And hopefully we can continue seeing this offense maintain their current level of play. Taquan Layton up to 8 interceptions. Not too worried about it. He's close to a 3-to-1 ratio, which is kind of my goal for every season. Don't always meet it. And the running game, like, I'm not going to give Jennings 20 carries anymore. Like, he's gotten 2 8-week injuries in his career, so that's just not going to happen. I like the split we've been giving him, though, where it's like a little over half. Peppers gets a lot. Why did Devontae Freeman get the touchdown today? Because Jennings' fatigue went down to orange or whatever. I want to mostly run him when he is fresh, so he does not get hurt again. Now, before we wrap up the episode today, I gotta give you all a look at this new draft class. Again, created by Blackjack. I cannot wait to see where a lot of these players go, and there are so many stars from Kalispell. Brandon Smith is the top player. There's Joaquin Ferreira from Stanford. Corner Daniel Foster. How about Lameka Warwick? Who's going to draft him? Could the Raiders consider it? Warwick's only 20 years old, and I was surprised he declared for the draft so early, but someone's going to get a great talent to develop. Now, there are some players that I am really excited about that I think will have a more realistic chance to draft, such as JT Granger, the 6'2" corner from Tennessee. I don't know if we'll take him, but he's going to be high on the board. There's also Robert Price if we want to add another wide receiver, like if we lose Centarius Phillips, we'll want a replacement. At safety, there's Eric Outlaw. Many of you, I'm sure, remember that game we played against Arizona State where he was obviously their best player. I haven't found everybody in this class yet from the series, but there are a lot. Quan Tippins could be a tremendous value at quarterback. Austin Jenkins, who was so good for Kalispell, he could go in the middle of this draft. There's also James Huggins. I kind of thought he might be rated a little bit higher here, but coverage is going to be really good. The awareness, that's going to be interesting. Where does James Huggins go? How about Phil McGill from Florida? And we'll continue going through more of this class as the season develops here in the final quarter. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the action today. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel. And I will have the Pittsburgh Steelers game coming your way in the next couple days. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.